Okay, ladies, so what is up with these guys not wanting commitment? What is going on? Like, every single guy seems to have the Peter Pan syndrome. They don't want to commit. And you're wondering, like, what to do. Like, you may be dating someone who you're very interested in, and he's saying, I am not looking for commitment. I am not looking for anything serious at the moment. Okay, so this video, I'm gonna show you exactly what you need to do if he is telling you that he does not want to commit. So stay tuned. Hey, I'm Lylian, and I'm a dating and relationship coach, and I help single women succeed in love. Okay, so there are a few reasons why men are not looking for commitment, why they're not looking for a serious relationship. And the first one is because we live in a modern world where we get to, we have the luxury of experiencing so many things before we settle down. And a lot of guys have these goals, these things that they want to experience before they actually settle down with someone. The problem is that a lot of them get to a certain age, in their 30s or whatever, and they haven't been able to achieve that. They haven't been able to experience the things that they thought they would be able to by this time. And so they just don't feel ready to commit to someone because of that, right? The other thing is that, the internet, obviously dating apps have been, have made it so it's so easy for people to meet a lot of other people all the time, every single day, right? Especially in like big cities where, LA, Vancouver, New York, you're meeting people all the time. And there's so many choices, so many different people, so many different personalities. So, having that many choices is actually not a very good thing, because you just feel overwhelmed and lost having these many people. It's like an abundance of people. That's great, but it also means that it's harder to really pick someone, right? And so that has also created a big problem in the dating world. That is why it's so hard to commit to someone. So guys are finding it, I'm sure like women are finding it very hard to commit, because they're, seeing this like abundance of people. There's like so many people, and especially guys, they're like, oh wow, so many beautiful women that I have on this dating app. Why would I settle just for one, right? But another thing too, though, is that a lot of men and people in general, we get to a point where we want more substance in our life. We want more with our life. We are ready to, really create that family, and we're ready to settle down. Not all of us do, but most of us do get to that point. So depending on where you're like meeting these guys, where, going to the wrong pool of men at a different life stage, that's another thing, right? Make sure that you are going into the right pool, and you're meeting people at the right stage. Once a man gets to a certain age, he's gonna want to commit. He's gonna want to have that family. He's gonna want to have that more serious relationship, but it has to be at a certain point in his life, and not everybody will, right? It's a very small percentage of men that won't, but most of them. So I just have a few notes here that I wanted to tell you about. So what can you do then if you're dating someone who does not want to commit? I think the first thing that you have to ask yourself and be completely honest with yourself is, what do you really want? Are you happy, or would you be happy in a year from now if nothing changes? Let's say you're dating this guy for a whole year and nothing changes, right? He doesn't commit, he doesn't want anything serious, and you guys just keep going this way. Will you be happy in a year from now with this situation, with these conditions, with what he wants? If your answer is no, then you have your answer there. If you're okay with that, if you're okay with spending that 1 year with this person trying to figure out if they, eventually they'll come around, then that's up to you. But be completely honest with what you want. Okay, so the second thing, and this is the one that I would encourage you to do if you're really looking to see if he will come around. And this is hard. This is a really hard one to do. And that means that you're gonna pull away. That means that you're going to pull the plug in the relationship. And it may not come easy. It probably won't be easy, but if you want to test the waters and see if he actually will come around, then this is the only way you can go about it. But you have to be sure that if he doesn't come around, that you're going to end it. So if you say, if you don't want to commit a relationship, that's fine, but that's not what I want. Okay, I'm leaving, goodbye. And you leave it that way, and weeks go by and he doesn't contact you, he doesn't come running to you like you were hoping or expecting, you are still able to keep moving forward. Okay, that's key. Because if you message him back, if you go back to him with the same, with the same conditions as previously, then nothing's gonna change. You guys are gonna keep going with this. He's gonna, obviously he's telling you, he's being honest with you, he's showing you that he doesn't want a committed relationship. But on the other hand, what you may find is that he does come after you, he does come and chase you, he does come and, want to actually have a relationship with you. So test the waters, see what happens, right? You have a lot of power, you actually do. So let him know that, be completely honest, completely, communicate what is it that you really want. And if he doesn't want the same things, then just, be able to move forward, but know that he may not come chase after you. And if he does, then you're gonna have to, make sure that he comes with a new proposition. If he comes with the same thing of like, well, we'll see what happens, blah, 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 then obviously that's not what you want. But if he comes back saying, hey, you know what, I realized that I really like you and let's do this, like, let's get to know each other, let's like commit to this, let's make this happen and see where it goes, right? Then there you have it. So test out the waters and see. I think that's the best way of doing it. The last thing I want to tell you is you can't force someone to commit to you. You can't force someone to do anything, right? Just like yourself, you wouldn't like it if someone forced you to want to commit or want to have something that you're just not ready for it. So you don't want anything forced either, right? So I'm just reading from my notes here because I don't want to forget anything. But also, if you pressure this guy into committing to you, you might end up just pushing him away. If you really want to have a committed relationship, then look for someone who wants a committed relationship. You can't pressure anyone to have something that they don't want. So the last thing I guess that I want to say to you is to make sure that, if you are looking for a committed, serious relationship, look for someone who wants the same thing. Don't be afraid of asking that person on the first date. Don't be afraid of asking them what they want. And if they don't want the same things, then walk away. That's your chance. If you let this thing, drag on, what's gonna happen is you're gonna end up with a broken heart. And that is the truth. That's what happens most of the time. You think this person's gonna come around, but they actually never do. So it's a very small percentage of, guys that are gonna come after you. So date someone who is at the right life stage, the right time, someone who is ready to commit, someone who's looking for the same thing that you are. Okay, hope this video helped you. And now you have a strategy of what you can do if you are seeing someone who's not, who's telling you that he does not want to commit. Now there are two options. Either you can keep going with what he is saying he wants, or you can decide what you want. Okay, if you like this video, don't forget to like it below and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to grab my new freebie. Is all about online dating and how to become the irresistible online dating queen. I go through everything: how to write your profile, how to, what pictures to pick for your online dating profile, what questions to ask him. I go through the whole thing, so make sure that you grab it. Okay, till the next one.